Hi, I'm Tony Fleming. Welcome to Fleming's Ultimate Garage. Hey, cool. I just pulled the hanging tag off of what they consider maybe what started it all as far as the muscle car goes. You know, everybody has their opinion on these things. It's a 64 GTO. Interesting thing about these cars here is that, you know, this is a one-year-only body, and finding parts and things like that were very difficult as we were restoring this car. So some of the things we had to send out, other things that you just can't believe, things like as silly as like a rear bumper. Like nobody has a rear bumper because it's like a one-year-only car. They didn't build a whole lot of them, and you have to find a good core. You have to send it out and wait the 6 to 8 weeks to get it chromed. It has to come back. You got to paint the brackets, all that stuff. And I don't think that a lot of times when you're buying some of these cars that you really think about what effort and what time and money it takes to actually get a 40-year-old car back to looking like it was new again. And it is a mammoth effort and requires a lot of people and a lot of infrastructure. So I say to you, you know, when you see these cars that are ready to go and that you can jump in and take for a drive, and you can afford that car and you love it, you should buy it. Let's take a peek under the hood, because what really is here is something that really I feel is one of those great looking things that you just can't duplicate. And that right there is a Tripower setup. That's just beautiful looking. And this car here, this has the matching numbers motor in it. The Tripower setup was added, but everything's been detailed and all done nicely. Correct satin black on the fender liners. Got the right battery topper on there. It's got the correct fan on it. The right valve covers, things like that. Everything's painted underneath here. This car just got out of the body shop. We wet sanded it and polished it once already. Still got a little rubbing compound on it, so at least you know that it's nicely done. Everything's painted satin black in here. And then we kind of go through the whole car as far as like brakes, fuel lines, hoses, belts. Like all of those things have been either replaced, refurbished, or redone. And the truth of the matter is, like, this is the kind of car you can just jump in and take for a drive. Even little stuff like this, like for instance, like the driver's seat. You know, the driver's seat, this car was pretty original. We got it from somebody who had had it for a really long time. And they ended up passing away, and the family didn't know what to do with it. So we ended up getting for them, restoring it, and helping them move it. But like little stuff that you may or may not see, and when you buy a car outside of Fleming's, these are the things that can become suspect that you may not get the proper way. For instance, like let's walk inside and I'll show you the interior for a second. What I was saying about the restoration is, like, for instance, like the springs inside this seat, although it looked pretty good, when you sat on it, it was miserable. And the reason it was miserable, it was 40 years of sitting in this car and things like that. So we went ahead and rebuilt the entire foam when we put the new interior in. And then I had somebody weld us up new coils and fabricate it properly so that when you sit in this car, you weren't leaning over like you're riding in a different style. Awesome. Engine turn dash, I love that. Factory tack, and you can set the tack, which is kind of cool with the red line right here. You set it for what you want it to be. Original AM radio, full factory gauges here also. Now what we do for a lot of people is we can put inside here an aftermarket AM FM digital sound system with satellite or however you want it. That way we hide it there, we don't cut up the dash, and it comes with a remote. Love the factory console, and I know you guys love this, 4-speed. And with the Tripower, when they all open up, it sounds really good. Great sounding new dual exhauster on here, and right out of the side of the bumper. Awesome wheel. Even the center cap was a little hard to find. But what we've done, I think these guys have done a great job restoring this car, and it's really, really nice. All new chrome and stainless outside. What else can I tell you? Tripower, 4-speed, gauge setup. Beautiful, beautiful interior. One of the things we didn't talk about was power brakes, which this car has, which is really nice to have. A couple other nice touches. For instance, these are redline radials, and instead of going with the standard belted tire, which would be absolutely show correct, although this looks very similar to the show, this makes the car drive, I'm going to use a number like 50%, but the radials themselves were one of the biggest advancements in automotive driving and technology. They just smooth out the road. The car handles so much better. It doesn't matter so much if it's a little cold outside, because the older tires used to get really stiff and hard and would slide around a lot. And this is just a significantly better drive. We do have a set of, if you want to be totally authentic, we do have a set of redline belted tires in here that we can swap out for you if you wanted to. Love the splitter tips. You know, that's a signature GTO thing, and it looks great. This paint right here is called Yorktown Blue, and it is really, really nice. I just want to kind of show you the the quality of the paint if I could somehow show you. I mean, you can read that word for word in there. We did the paint here. It came out really, really nice. Anyway, you have a couple choices. You could go with a Rally 1 wheel or the original spinner hubcaps, and I think the spinner hubcaps look really cool in this car. So if you want to change it out, we can do that too. You just let us know if you want to get that upgrade, but the spinner caps look really nice and original. Let's take a peek in the trunk. We'll look at the detail there. It's nice here too. Nicely painted inside here. Stickers there. Fresh gas cap. Trunk is splatter painted correctly. Beautifully done inside. Spare tire. It's got a jack. You know, I joke about this stuff. We don't get every car with a spare tire and jack. Brand new weather strippings. Look at this. Brand new. Everything's nice and soft. Nicely painted under here. It's got the decals in place. Just a cool car. You know, and this is it. This is the birth of the GTO right here, 64. Tripower 4-speed car. We're very proud to present this car. We're Fleming's Ultimate Garage. Call us 301-816-1000. We'll tell you all about it.